This is the Jaffel Report.
Life is a quirky ride, and sometimes the biggest lessons come from the smallest places.
Hey, it's your West Coast Canadian boomer with a personal observation on mouse Utopia and its effects on us, right after this. This Jaffel Report brought to you by 420guidedmeditation.ca. That's the number 420guidedmeditation.ca.
Let me paint you a picture.
Think of a paradise built for mice. All the food, water, and comfy climate any little rodent could want. No danger, no shortage, no work. Sounds pretty great, right? Back in the 1960s, researcher John Calhoun built just such a place he called Universe 25, a mouse heaven with apartments, endless snacks, and none of that survival of the fittest nonsense. 8 mice moved in, and soon the population exploded to over 2,000, all living the dream, at least for a while, according to VictorPest.com.
But here's where things get interesting.
And maybe just a little unsettling. Even with everything provided, these mice started acting odd. Some became bossy, hogging space and forming gangs. Others stopped caring about society, withdrew, groomed themselves nonstop, or ignored everything except food and sleep. Calhoun called them
the beautiful ones.
Good-looking, but utterly detached. Mice forgot how to raise their young, and soon birth rates crashed. Social skills withered, mothers abandoned pups, and violence broke out for no reason. Eventually, the whole colony just faded away. No new mice were born. Even when some survivors were rescued and given a fresh start, they couldn't relearn the basics of mouse life.
Paradise ended with nobody left to enjoy it,
according to ScienceHistory.com. Calhoun saw this as more than a rodent tragedy.
He thought it was a parable for human society,
especially when we have plenty, but lose our purpose. The behavioral sink, he described, isn't just about mice gone weird.
It's about what happens when meaning and connection evaporate.
When all needs are met, but nobody learns, grows, or cares.
The lack of challenge and conflict stripped life down to food and sleep.
And as Calhoun put it, the individual dies in spirit. Now, what does mouse Utopia mean for us West Coast folks with our kale salads and ocean views and progressive ideals? Maybe it reminds us that comfort isn't everything. A world with no stress and no stakes might sound inviting, but without challenge, learning, community, or even a bit of healthy chaos, we could risk becoming spiritually adrift, like those beautiful ones. It's about balance, really. Having enough so we're not desperate, but still needing others, still growing, and still caring about something
other than our own little burrow.
Maybe Mouse Utopia warns us not to swap purpose for comfort, and not to let our bonds fray while we're reclining at our West Coast Utopia. Who am I, you ask? Just another friendly observer. Call me Jaffo.
The Jaffel Report.ca.
The Jaffel Report is downloadable from wherever you get your podcasts from. That's the JaffelReport.ca.
Life can be overwhelming, and sometimes we all need a moment to recharge. I initially discovered guided meditation back in my 40s, but neglected it until my heart attack in my 60s. Eventually, I started recording my own guided meditations, and now I'd like to share them with the public. Whether you prefer a simple, soothing voice or a rich experience by adding music with ambient sounds, I've got you covered. The meditation sessions start at $4.20 each. The first 3 are free. Visit 420guidedmeditation.ca. That's the number 420guidedmeditation.ca. And start your journey to inner calm. Your path to peace is just a click away. This Canuck Boomer thanks you for your time, and we'll catch up with you again soon.